First roll of film done. Ooh. Completely done. Just been out into town and finished getting some shots of it. Yeah, we now got to send it off to get developed. I am buzzing! Can't wait. Afternoon, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going through my first film photos. So you would have seen in a previous vlog, or actually two previous vlogs, me taking my first film photos, kind of talked you through the thought process behind them and what I was shooting. I've since finished off the roll. I didn't film the rest of it, but I went into town, I got a few shots around there, got a few personal shots at home, sent off the roll to the film safe down in Southampton, got it back and got my first shots back. Cover up my address, but they have also sent me back my negatives so that if I want to scan this myself, I can do. Haven't got a scanner at the moment. Well, I've got this old scanner, but I don't think it's particularly great quality. But I am looking at potentially getting a better scanner, maybe. We'll see. But regardless, we're going to go through my first film shots. Okay, so full disclosure, as with every photographer and so using Instagram as an example, you don't see the bad shots. Let's be honest, no photographer really wants to show their bad shots, and I'm not going to in this one, to be completely honest. 35 images is what I've got back from this roll, and not all of them are great. There's probably 8 to 9 that I'm actually happy with and happy enough to show you guys and take you through them. There's probably a couple of that I'll also maybe show you as well, and I'll explain why, but we're not going to go through the entire roll because quite frankly the entire roll didn't come out great. And it's like when I go on my trips up to London, I go and take photos. I'll take 300, maybe 400 photos throughout the day going around doing street photography in London. 40 to 50 maybe will end up actually being postable to Instagram, and even less than that will actually end up getting posted. So we're going to go through the ones I'm happy with and a couple of other ones, but I'll explain why we're going through them ones when we go through them. Afternoon, editing Luke here. I just realised I didn't even mention my new Instagram in this video, and this is the perfect time to tell you about it. So I've created a new Instagram called @BrokeForFilm. I think I quite rate the name personally, which is purely focused on posting my film photography. I wanted to keep my film photography separate from my digital photography. I wanted it to be purely focused on the art of photography and not about algorithms and numbers and likes and all that stuff. I just wanted to create a separate account purely to post my film photography on there. So if you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description. It's @BrokeForFilm, and you can go check that out on Instagram. Feel free to give it a follow. Yeah, I'll be posting purely my film photography on there. So that's it, back to the video. So starting right at the beginning, this is really not a great photo, but it's the first photo I took on the roll of film. And this is of Izzy. You saw it in my Film Basics vlog, which I'll link up above here. And you saw me take this photo in the end of that. And yeah, I've misfocused on it completely. It's focused in on her body, not her face. I was at 1.8, so I was leaving myself very little room for error there. But this is my first film photography photo that I've taken in 9 years. I say it like that because I've been taking shots on my little Minolta as little memories. I've been over a year now, still haven't used up all that roll yet, but this is my first film shot. So that's why I was showing you this. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is my first film shot for the project. So I focused this project around the theme of COVID-19 and the effects COVID-19 has had on my local area. So this is the first shot I had in mind that I wanted to get. In all honesty, it didn't come out as well as I hoped. I was expecting better. I visualized in my head better. Didn't really come out as great as I was hoping it would in the shot. But I'm going to post it because it means something to me that it's the first shot I took. It's the first shot in this step of going forward and taking film photography again. So that's why that shot is. The second one is a slightly underexposed version of that because I tried to get a different exposure for the sky. Yeah. Okay, the next shot we're going to talk about is the one of the Best Western Hotel that I went back to. I went there in both the vlogs. I went there originally, didn't get the shot because I'd only had the 50mm and I decided I actually wanted the 28mm for the shot. Went back there a couple of days later with a 28mm and got this shot. Now this shot doesn't blow you away. What I really wanted from these film photos was them to tell a story. And when I'm going to be posting these on Instagram, I'm going to be telling that story with each post. And the story behind this one is the fact that it is a Best Western Hotel, and because of COVID the car park is completely empty. The dead trees give it a bit of a derelict feel. There is a few cars there, but they're kind of they're kind of parked a bit sporadically, and it just really feels abandoned. And that's what it is at the moment because of COVID-19. These hotels have been abandoned, and that's the story behind this shot. This next shot is the one that I was super excited to get back, and I'm not gonna lie, felt a bit anticlimactic when I first got the photo back, but the more I look at this image, the more I like it. Reason being is because when you look at it face value, it's not a particularly exciting image. There's not much going on. But my main focus of this image was the NHS drive-through test centre sign. And that's pointing through. You've got all the dirt and the leaves underneath, which make it feel a bit more derelict. There's only 2 cars in that car park behind. You've got the barbed wire coming across. The road's completely empty, leading off into the distance. And as the more I look at it, the more I like this shot and the story that it does tell. And it might not be immediately obvious, and it might be something I have to explain, I guess, story-wise, but I really like it. I genuinely do really like this shot. I also really like, something I didn't really think about was the lamppost, the way they're kind of framing. They're helping bring the eyes in towards this left-hand side of the image, and I like that. The more I look at this, the more I like this shot. I'm quite happy with that. This shot, I was just like, oh, what is that? That's come out naff. But then when I showed people, they had a very different reaction. And when I first looked at this, I was like, I know what I was trying to do here with capturing the mask in the foreground, the bin in the background. It's not that hard to put your mask away. This is a genuine problem. People just dumping their masks everywhere and littering with them. But the fact it's wonky, and I was just like, not a great shot. Whenever I showed people this, they really liked it because I've hit focus on the mask. The bin isn't too out of focus in the background, and they immediately got what I was doing with this image, and I really liked that. That made me feel a lot better about this image. So I would probably post this one. But yeah, the more I look at it, the more I like the fact it's kind of wonky because it just kind of feels a bit sporadic and in the moment. Yeah, that one's grown on me. I really like this shot. There's 2 in here which are my 2 favourites. This isn't one of them, but I really like this shot. So this is, as you can see, I really like the tones in this image, and you can see we've captured the woman walking in roughly the centre of the image, wearing a face mask, and you've got the sign. Tesco's is a UK shop. If you're from the UK, you know that. If you're not, you wouldn't know that. But then on the wall, we've got the sign saying, "Let's all stay safe, hands, face, space." And I just really like the feel behind this image. It really captures what's going on right now, in my opinion. I'm not trying to big myself up or anything about talking about these images. I'm just talking about why because I took all these with a purpose, and this is the purpose for this image. And I really like it. I'm really glad she was wearing a face mask. I probably wouldn't have taken this shot if she wasn't. And I actually waited here for about 10 to 15 minutes, waiting for someone to come past with a face mask and for this shot to line up, and it did perfectly. And I just really like the black and white tones in this image. I like the fact the sky's not blown out. Nothing's particularly blown out by blacks. It's a very well balanced image, and I really like it. Another one I really like is this one about the vaccination centre, which is up the road from me. I really like the way I framed the shot with the trees and the dead trees. This was taken during the snow, that's not loads of grain, that's snow you can see in this image. And I like the fact, I was going to capture it with cars coming through. I'm glad I didn't, because this makes it feel very empty and just quite eerie, and captures the feel of right now with the vaccination centre. Oh! This is my favourite shot on the whole roll. This shot here. So I don't even know what to say about it. Without bigging myself up, I've nailed the exposure on this one. The black and whites look great. I like the fact that one half of the image is darker and one half's lighter. Focus on this bus stop sign perfectly. The fact that act like you've got it is in white makes it stand right out, it jumps right out at you. I really like this image. I'm really happy with it. I'm considering getting this one printed as sort of a memento to the fact this is my first roll of film in 9 years, and also I just love the impact this image has on you. I think I'm going to crop it a little bit. I think I'm going to crop it maybe 16:9 and bring it down so the outline you've got it is more in the middle of the frame. But very Very happy with that shot. 100% my favourite shot on this roll of film. Okay, this one is, again, it's not a particularly great image, not a particularly great composition, but it tells a story. I really like the fact that the government signs saying stay at home, that the skate park has been shut, are hanging off. It makes it feel like this has been happening for a while, because it has been happening for a while. It's been going on for it's been over a year now since COVID started. So it just really gives it that feel of time has gone on. And the fact it's empty, there's no kids in the skate park, there's no kids in the whole field or playground behind it. I just really like the feel of this photo. Okay, so this next image isn't one that I'm going to post. It wasn't one I was actually going to include in the video, but I wanted to quickly tell the story behind it. That being that this building is actually a cafe that's just opened up. But, well, it's just been built, but it hasn't been had a chance to open up yet because of COVID. As you can see on the right-hand side in the car park, there's a burger van. That's actually the same company. They've started running out the burger van instead because they're legal at the moment, because they can't open the cafe. And that's quite sad, and I just wanted to capture that in this image of that's happening, that's something that's going on, and something that's being caused by COVID. Okay, so this next image is down in the town centre, and I just really like this. I really like the fact that the please remember to maintain social distancing, that was a mouthful, is in the centre of the frame. The people are, there's a group of people on the left, which is like not meant to do, but everyone else is kind of spread out, and they're wearing masks and everything. You can't really tell, but a lot of the buildings and shops here are shut, and it feels quite empty compared to taken on a Saturday morning, and compared to normal Saturday mornings down in the town centre. This was empty. There was no one there, basically. So I really like this. It feels good, and I really like the fact it says stay safe, shop local up above. Really like that shot. Another image I really like is, which I actually didn't like at first, but the more I look at it, the more I actually really like it, is this one of an office window. The sign saying this office may be closed, but we are still working is such a mood. That is literally 2021 in a nutshell. Everything's shut, but we're still working. We're still going on. We're still doing what we got to do. And I really like this image the more I look at it. This is my second favourite image on the whole roll. I love this shot. This one. This is a pub, which you can kind of tell a patio area and bar entrance. Kind of gives you the hint that it's a pub bar sort of area. I love the fact that the sign says stay safe, keep smiling, we'll be back soon. And I love the way this woman is captured, face mask on, doing her shopping. I quite like the fact it's an older lady, showing the fact that the most vulnerable are still out here doing what they got to do, but being safe about it, and I really like it. And everything about this image I really, really like. I'm really happy with this one. So it's second favourite, because I really like the bus stop one the most. But this is just slightly under. Okay, and that is it. They are my favourite images for my first roll of film. As I say, some of them, other ones came out absolutely horrendously, weren't even in focus, were blurry. Well, like, I was moving when I was taking photos. They weren't great, but all a learning curve. I've learned a lot from it. I've also already loaded the Olympus for my second roll of film. Not sure if I'm going to focus this one on a project like I did with this one, or if I'm just going to go out and shoot what I fancy shooting. I think I might just go out, do some street photography with this one. But I've kind of learned what I need to do and how to shoot with this film, so I'm excited to do that. I'm also very excited to start using some colour. At the moment, I've got this new Minolta camera point and shoot, which I've loaded with Kodak Gold. I'm still shooting my test roll at the moment, but I think it's almost finished. And normally it doesn't tell me. Oh wait, yeah, it does. I think I've finished the test roll. I'm not even sure, but yeah, I'm excited to see some colour film. I actually want to start experimenting with some different films, different ones. I think what was it? It was like Electra 100. I think there's one. I've seen it. I've seen some images with it. I love the tones. I want to give that a crack. I want to experiment with a load of different types of films. So if there's any film particularly you think I should experiment with, drop a comment down below and let me know. And I'm going to check these out. And I want to try them all. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this film journey so far. And I want to go and shoot more of it. So yeah, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up down below. Massively help me out. Subscribe if you aren't already. All the other stuff that YouTube's telling you to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to take the shot. Wait a second. I would do the hat thing, but you don't want to see this hair. You would unsubscribe if you saw this hair. So we're going to do a lens cap. Peace. Bye. Kind of fumbled that. Doesn't really matter. You get the gist.